get into a rhythm and just keep going. So let me do that now. My phone summons me. Hold on. So basically what I'm doing here is I have two basic projects, and each of them has a player controller. But I can only use one for the main character. So what I'm having to do is basically take all these functions and event calls from one player controller and move them into one, which is taking a lot of work considering how many parts and pieces. What this allows me to do, or a player to do in the game, will be to like change different sections of the player character. Oop. I just realized I've been on Be Right Back this entire time. Okay. No. Okay. So, God. Yeah, but there's still plenty of work to do. So, like I said, I'm basically combining two player controller blueprints into one right now. So, yeah. Right now I'm in the character window. I'll show you here in a little bit what it looks like so far. Let me just finish these little plugins right now. Right now I'm fixing all these call events. So each time a player like changes a section of the character, like clicks a different color or coat or something, it calls an event, and this event then goes from the menu to the blueprint and then changes that. So okay. Usually it's too loud. That's the reason why I got to turn. Really? God.
Okay, try saying it now.
What about now?
Okay, let me ask
All right. Sorry about that. So once again, in case you didn't hear, what I'm doing is I'm basically converting two player controllers blueprints into one. I have two different projects. One of them allows a user to edit the blueprints, and then the other project is actually where the different game modes are selected. They're conflicting, they're not working well with each other, so what I'm having to do is combine the two. So in this one right here, let's see, BP player controller, SI player controller. So what I had to do here was go in here and create all these events, like for on skin color change, on body part change, zone, like player characters, all that kind of good stuff that has to deal with, you know, different controllers in the game itself and whatnot. So each time somebody changes something like shoes, hat, hair, or anything, an event's called from the UI to the blueprint, and then that actually, you know, changes the item itself inside. I'll show you what it looks like here in a little bit. So what I'm doing right now is just getting all this stuff rewired up, because right now I had to change the player controller, so since it's the old player controller, all these are airing out. And unlike like C++ or, you know, like a you know, an actual, you know, coding, you could be able to just do like a find and replace all the stuff. Unfortunately, blueprints, even though it does, you know, give you kind of like a visual of how your code works and how everything's working out, when you're having to like rewrap and reroute a lot of stuff, it's not really that beneficial. It's not really that great. So basically what I'm having to do is something like this. So since it's a new player controller, I'm calling that one event on morph value change, which this one basically lets the user change kind of like different facial features, like the mouth and the eyes, I think, and stuff like that. So we're going to go into here. So I got that, and then we're going to take this, move this out of the way real quick because I've got to move that here. And then this is the execution path, and we're doing that, moving that there. Morph target would be smile. Deleting that. That's it. 4 more to, well, actually, yeah, I got 4 or 5 more to go here. I have to do an event for each one that's being called. Value changed. So what I'm going to do here, instead of like having to do that over and over, I'm going to duplicate 2 more times. You do that with a Control W, and that's kind of like almost like a quick copy paste. So moving that there. That there. Angry. Slanted. And so you pull the execution lines from here to here, to there to there, there to there. Oh, forgot one. Mouth. Delete. Delete. Let's see here. Whoop, right did that. New animation. Move the execution from there to there. Delete that. Put that in. Okay. So basically this pin right here, also this pin, whenever you see a violet color like this, that's basically Unreal's blueprint symbol for name. And it's almost kind of like a string, but it's actually a kind of like a it's a kind of like a return value for a name object. So that's basically what this is right here. We're going to go ahead and that's what all these are really, like a new weapon or new animation. These morph targets are different names and whatnot. So there's the animation, setup UI. This actually does the sets up the UI itself. This sets up the morph targets. That looks like. Click compile. Ooh, it all went through. I'm done. Okay, let's actually see this in work. So this is just temporary right now, the way this looks. Let's see, menu, startup, save. All right. So different game modes: deathmatch, team deathmatch, capture the flag, search, destroy, duos, amigos, squads, co-ops. I got all these in here, and I'm going to be adding another one down here, not a fourth one, but another one, which will be the battle royale mode, which instead of just a plain old deathmatch where, you know, last person standing, it's going to be an actual zone closing in kind of thing, the ring thing like Fortnite and PUBG and stuff like that. I have a really nice zone model that's going to be really good to, it's going to look really nice. I already got that in. I don't have that in place yet, but one thing at a time. So click on the map, click on the, actually let's do the debug. Let's do the debug, that'll be faster. Right now this is just a debug mode for the capture the flag map. It's a lot easier than having to go through all the menus and whatnot. This will take me directly to the map itself without having to load like multiple players and whatnot. Something just bit me. Ow. All right. So let's see what happens when I hit I. Oh, it works. I need to, it's still broken though here. Script attempting 0 from array call function. Get all actors of class out of actors link 0 in BP SIRG player controller. Why is it? Huh. I think I ran into this before. I'm trying to remember what it was. Call function get all actors of class. Okay. I have to figure that out a little bit. Let's see if it actually changes. So here, let's do slicked. Do a bag head. Go back to, yep, there it goes. Did all the changes and everything. So basically, okay. Didn't mean to hit escape there. That's out of pure accident. Let's go back in. Also need to figure out, oh, I know what these are too. I have to add these levels as sub-levels in there, which I'll take care of in a little bit. So it's just spawning 2 players automatically right now. That's the way the debug works. So it's going to here. So basically, I'm wanting the player to be able to change like almost every detail. So it's like the upper neck, I'll do this, lower neck, I'll do this, chest, do white, shoulders, blue, upper arms, orange, lower arms. Let's do yellow, hands, blue, waist. Let's do Arctic gray. Woo, new follower. Lower legs, blue, feet, blue. Pretty soon though, I'll have male and female. We're just currently just not right now. Different hairstyles, different hair colors. We'll do red. Let's do no hat. Casual for glasses. So as I'm changing this is supposed to be updated, but that's the reason for this little error down here, so I got to look at that. No top. Let's remove the jacket, take off the jeans, and no sneakers. There you go. Wow, that looks freaky. All right, that's a lot of detail. That's special. So I'm going to be changing the flags also, but this is like, you know, basic capture the flag. Got it. Take it back. Ta-da! Capture. And the reason why the second one is changing because it's still using the same player controller. It's not spawning separate player accounts, I guess you want to call them, or player instances. So each time a player spawns, it spawns a new instance. So for debug purposes, it's just doing the same one. That's the reason why they're both changed at the same time. So yeah, there's that. Need to figure out game snap in SI components, SI RGM blueprints, player controller. That would be this one. Get all actors of class. I know why it's doing that. I know why it's doing that. Give me a second. I figured it out. So basically, what the reason it's not working right is because it needs, each map needs this, you know, where I want the person to be able to change, you know, the how it looks and whatnot. So it looks like, you know, you can be able to see it in the preview. This needs to be in each map also. It's kind of a pain, but it's just something that needs to be done. It's just the way it was designed. So all I got to do is go into the, where is it? Let me close, let me minimize this. Maps. Capture the flag, core lib. Menu startup, playground floor, play retro maps, test debug. Is this the one? Yeah, this is the one. So basically what I have to do is Blueprints core, take this preview character, because that's for the preview, and place him here, which when the game starts and spawns, he basically disappears. So that's the way it's supposed to work. We're about to find out. Save. We'll go back to maps and then reload. Startup. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. See, there's the preview character there as well. I've been trying to get it to where it'll work in the lobby, you know, the initial lobby. For some reason it's not receiving input. That's something I'm gonna have to work on, like everything else. So let's play. And we select capture the flag, debug. Enable input can only be specified. Oh, I might have done that earlier. Yeah. Okay. I have to figure out what this is. Begin spawn actor from class. Cannot spawn an actor from a null class. I'm gonna figure out where that is. Oh, nope, it's actually being spawned. That's not supposed to happen. Let me see if, oh, okay. So he's actually doing what he's supposed to, but he's not changing. It could be because I haven't added that to the level yet. More stuff. So let's go back to third person. Let's load. We'll place him down here. So we won't fall. We'll just place them underneath the map. Save. And then we go to levels. And this is how you add sub-levels. Add existing. We go to here. And these are the two that it's looking for. Do play from here? I don't know if I can do play from here and it'll work or not. Find out. I don't think so. Doesn't look like it. Yep, it's not gonna work. I'm gonna have to do it from the main menu. Or it doesn't really know, you know, what players or whatever it needs to spawn. Darn it. He needs to go down. Why isn't he down? Okay. Save. So we'll go back to menu startup. Start from there. Play. Debug, capture the flag. Check down some monster. Ah, new follower, Celica Anthony's. Thank you for subscribing, for following. Okay, so as you can see, little map here, we got that, and we, oops, F8 to deep, and we're going to take a look at the log. Then we'll repossess. No, we'll hit I. Still not working right. So this is where we're getting. Okay, let's see what we get. Failed to resolve table input. Be sure the data table is valid. BP character preview. Snap in. Persistent level BP character. I wonder if I have to do some work with the BP character preview. Probably what it is. So, but the player that's in there should change. Let's go back. Yep, it did. All right. So at least that's working. I have to do something about that weird lighting effect too. Ah. Okay. BP character preview. Why aren't you working? Collision cylinder has to be movable if you like to move the character component. I wonder if that's the reason why. Because I didn't set it to change. Well, let's find out. BP character preview. Why do I have two? What'd I do? Did I set two previews? Let's just delete that, and then we'll put another one down. That was weird. Where's the other one? How many do I have? Okay. So let's change it to mobile. Save. Go back to here. Back to menu startup. Play. Debug. So he's supposed to be invisible on load. I'll figure out why later. But let's, darn it, still not working. Still getting this persistent level. Resolve the table input, be sure the data table is valid. I'm gonna have to take a look at the BP. Wait a minute, what? You know, I can move them. Back in. Yeah. Ooh, clipping. Gotta fix that. Okay. It's not airing out, so it's gotta be something somewhere else. Well, I mean, it's pointed towards that. To the new player controller I made it. Add yourself to the only actors visible. Player controller. Springer terminal length. Minimum distance, delta, constant. Preview mesh also reapplies the morph targets and animation. Ooh, wait a minute. There we go. Found it. I think I found it. So this is the old player controller. I need the new one. I needed to pull stuff from the new one. This is the whole problem sometimes with Unreal. I'm not really like doing any kind of major, well, I am kind of planning. It's just I have to like look for this everywhere. It could be no telling. So we're going to do cast to BP underscore SIRGM player controller. And then we're going to plug that into here. Then we're going to get pawn main. Plug that into this. To the BP character base. Yeah. Delete that. Move this into here. Delete. There. All right. So, there are probably going to be other places where I need to find the BP player controller. But phew, there's just okay, let me look. BP underscore player. Okay. So no results found anymore in this blueprint. Save. All right, let's see if I did it. Clear log. Well, no weird errors so far. Still not working right. At least I'm not getting any errors, but still it's... figure out what the deal is. Maybe. Sometimes you have to delete and re-import a new act if you change something with the blueprint. Sometimes it doesn't work right. Let me... back to third person mode. Because at least that's still working, so I haven't broken that yet. Map. Test debug. And then delete. And then we'll add a new one. Play. Whoops. Save. Oh crap, I gotta go back to the main menu. That's not gonna work. Save. Then play. And back to debug. Still gotta figure out what that is. All right, moment of truth. Still something with the preview actor I got to work with. Well, at least, okay, the morph is working. That's weird. Okay. Okay. Animation preview is not working though. Weapon model is changing. Angry face. Oh. So the morph's working, but close isn't. So I gotta look at seeing what's the difference. And you can't see it, but it actually applied here as well. So that at least it's working there. Why wouldn't it? PP player controller. See, this is basically where I'm moving all the stuff from, is from this controller over to this controller. So I'm wondering if there's something I'm missing. There's nothing in there. Toggle character window. There. So what I'm doing is I'm basically, remember when I said that it's possible I may need to remove the pawn or like reset the character back in because I changed the blueprint? I'm wondering if I need to do it here. Because this is where it's supposed to be there's supposed to be light source editor. Something's missing. Let's do this. Okay. Oh, if you're wondering, all these are the different add-ons I have and whatnot, which is a lot. Especially since Unreal decided to release like over like 2 million, 3 million products of or objects and whatnot from a failed game. So it's like they just hand it all out. It's like, so we can pretty much pick apart, take whatever we want from it, which is really nice. Okay, action mail, maps. I know why this looks different. I messed up. Let's add to a 420 project. I need a just do it here. It was looking different because I imported it into an older version of Unreal. That was annoying. Basically what I'm doing right now is loading it into a different project, and then I'm going to go to that map I was looking at previously to see if something might have broke or changed. I'm just confirming it right now, just seeing if like something weird, I might have done something wrong. Showcase preview. Yep, I sure did. And if I go into this one, you'll notice he's not there anymore. So I have to, that's the reason why it's not looking right. I gotta move this over to the other window, minimize. Trying to get the right trying to figure out the right orientation for it real quick. Okay. Actually, delete that. Or could I? Can I bring that back? There we go. Just turn down the intensity just a little bit. There we go. Save. Still getting that weird. No, that I did that. I still gotta fix that. I did that. I was just messing around with some stuff. I gotta get that controller out. Begin spawning actor from class. Still getting that. Figure out what that is. Why, hello. Nope. Look, the other guy's gone now. Oh yeah, that's all broken because I moved everything away from this player controller. Whoops. I got. Oh, use this one now. Yep, that's definitely the reason something's going on. Still a work in progress. Okay. Remove change that. Let's move this map up. So capture the flag, search destroy, got LAN. You can like search for, you can either set it to LAN or WAN. Select your maps here. I gotta really change the way this looks around. This looks kind of nasty right now. So you can choose your map. Then you choose what kind of game you want with duos. Then you create, or you can look for maps like that. Then you're sent to the lobby. And then you can either join, you know, join this team, or you can leave the team. You got like 10 teams. Right now I just have 10. So, but I'll eventually add more. Plus I'm going to change the way this UI looks later on. This too, change that the way it looks. And right now it's not going, the matches isn't going to start because I don't have enough players. There's a, you can set a minimum number of players for that before the game starts. Let me show you the actual, that's going to be the map for the Battle Royale. It's basically 5 square miles. And thanks to level streaming for Unreal Editor, it works fine. It looks great. Let me unlock, let me select all, then I'll load it all so we can take a look at it. Sit back, grab something to drink, so it can take a little bit. So what level streaming allows you to do with like huge maps is it will only render to the player. It only render portions of the map that's within a certain radius. So it won't load the entire map or whatever else is going on with it. Anything past like 5,000 units away, I think 5,000 units in Unreal is like centimeters or meters or whatever. But if it's 5,000 units away, the Unreal map units, it won't load. So you don't have to worry about loading like got everything in the world. So it's just whenever whatever is in that radius. So that's what allows you to use like huge maps. This will be a nice example to what it looks like. Still waiting. It's a lot of map. I basically wanted to create a large map so that, you know, there'll be different sections of the map that players will be able to like choose to like play capture the flag, or, you know, search and destroy and stuff like that. So it's like, or they can use the entire map for like Battle Royale, which I like. But then there's going to be like other, I'm going to like make like 4 or 5 other maps for other things. Still loading. Uh-oh. Refill. Be right back. Trying to see how many of these I can drink before my heart explodes. Who wants to take bets? Oh, that went all over my screen. I better give myself a heart attack? Oh, well, okay. I'm not. Okay. My beautiful screen. Okay. So, as you can see, there's the mountain, or one of the mountains. Let me go back here. Right now it's not painted or anything. That's something I got to do. But as you can see, here's like the mountain ranges. These are the edges of the map. I'm going to put like mountain rocks along the edges, maybe some water here and there. But then there's going to be different areas on the map. Like this is going to be the winter area, forest, deep forest area here, around in here. Jungle area, like right in through here. And I was thinking desert in this area. So, and then like in the different the sections that meet like the forest and desert area, kind of like a blend, you know. So it'll be really. I want to put. I really want to put a lot of detail in this map. I really don't want to put. I don't want to put too much stuff in it though, because then you know, player load, you know, game load, graphics load, stuff like that. But I want to try to put in as much as possible. So we'll see. We'll see how much I can get away with. Let's go ahead and let me click play so you can actually, I'm falling. I still got to do the falling animation still. I mean, I have it, but I gotta map it in. I gotta wire it in. There. So this is what it looks like from the player perspective. The reason I'm showing the map is there were some folks that were wanting, there's basically some people that were wanting to see it. So this is like the main map. So this thing's huge. And let me show you what the level streaming looks like. F8 to depossess. Let's go to World Outliner. So you can see over here, the landscape gizmo, these streaming proxies. Right now it's just streaming these parts of the map, which I'll show you here in just a little bit. These are the level bounds. These are the only things right now that's actually parts of the map that are actually loaded right now. So let me go into here to the world composition. And so right now, just these 4 parts that you see lit up that are white are right now, those are the only ones that are actually being loaded. Let me repossess here. See if I can get that to change what it looks like. But I got like a long run. I should increase my run speed. So this will take a while. No. So basically, if I like move down to like the bottom right corner eventually, you would just see those 4 in the corner. Let me see. Just these 4 light up white, and those means those are the only currently ones that are loaded right now. 2 for that player. It's not for like all the players. Like if I had like 1 player here, 1 player here, 1 player here, it would be just for that player's perspective of what would be loaded as far as the map goes, I guess you want to say. So escape out of this. There's a lot of weird graphic, little like clipping and maybe some other stuff that's going on right now. It's because I got like 20 things open. It's a really nice map. I'm really, really excited to actually get this fleshed out. It's going to look really nice, I think. Close that. Browser. Let's go back to trying to figure out what's up with that, the player controller, I guess. It's the player state. Basically, the player state, you know, actually deals with like, you know, score, death, health, match begins, match ends for the player itself. So that's what a player state is. Here's the BP character preview. Let me get rid of that. So why isn't this working? So I did say the weapons were working. Set skeletal mesh. And then, but the animations weren't working. Got that working. PPs have been controlled. Pop fires from the active pawn wound. Target is BP character preview. That's right. It's BP character base. That's right. That's right. Huh. It's all working. I think this is where that one error is coming from, so I'll get rid of it. I added that earlier. That's the reason why I was getting that error, and that's the reason why I took it out. Hold on. Let's see. Don't understand. You alright?
Yeah, just nearly fell.
Let's look at the character base. So the morph is working. That's good. Animation changed. BP character base. That's right, player controller. So this is pretty much the boring part. I'm having to dig through the different blueprints and whatnot to actually see if there's like something I'm missing, like is it pointing to the wrong controller like the old controller. Just I still think it's got to have something to do with the not the spectator, but the character preview. And I got that changed. Target is pawn main. Current body parts, active, custom, map, morph, target. There's all those. See, the weird thing is BP character preview is actually a child of BP character base, and then so is the main one, the one that you actually see running around and stuff like that. They're both children of the base. One child is actually taking the changes, but the second one isn't. Why isn't the second one taking the changes? It's just not making sense. Oh, that was from earlier. This is, I don't even know why I have this open. These are the game win triggers, the different switches. Maybe close out. Spectator, character preview, save. Might have to mute the mic for a little while. Or maybe not. I need to get my hands on a condenser mic. Because this thing picks up everything. Where's the player controller go? Let's just call for the paw. So it gets the character, puts it there, and then that, and then that, and that. Close, that's the close. This is your basically for the zone, for the health events. It's definitely not that. And this opens the character window, get control pawn, turn controller. That's where that one is coming from. Oh, wow. Got that set way too fast. There we go. Output log. Oh, what the? What is with that? Make sure I haven't broken anything. Nope, still working. I don't know. Man, it's going to take some more debugging to actually figure this part out. Let me let's go back to this. Delete. See what happens if I delete him. And delete him. And save. Save selected. Play. I have a drinking problem. Let's see this works real quick. No weird characters. And yeah, I can't. I have to have that in there. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna take a little break for a little while. Probably play a couple of games of maybe some Monster Hunter, or maybe some Fortnite. I gotta take a brain break from this. I'll probably be streaming tomorrow as well for the stuff. I'll see y'all later. Thanks for watching.